Here we have she could choose to attend the prestigious university, or she could opt, or maybe but also, but she could opt for a less well-known institution that offers a unique program. Okay, so I noticed that we have the subject twice. It says she here, but then it also says she here. So that is a good hint that we may have two independent clauses. Let's see. She could choose. Okay, so this is subject and then verb could choose, and it doesn't start with any kind of swabby. It doesn't say like because she could choose or if she could choose, right? No, it's just subject verb. So this is an independent clause. And then she could opt. Well, again, subject is she, could opt is verb, and there's no swabby at the beginning, like although she could opt or when she could opt. No, it's just subject verb. So this is an independent clause. We have two independent clauses, basically two full sentences. So we could use a period, right? Between two sentences, that's allowed. We could use a semicolon between two sentences, or we could use a comma. Fanboys, the fanboys for and nor, but, or, yet, and so. Um, with a comma, they're the same as a period. So do we have a comma fanboys? We do. We have comma or. That's going to be our answer. Now, period fanboys is usually wrong. So right away, I could kind of cross this guy out. Period fanboys is usually wrong. Um, and then both of these are grammatically the same as each other. This is just a fanboys or, and this is a fanboys but with no comma. So it's pretty unlikely to be correct since these are both basically the same as each other, and that's usually not right. Additionally, if we have a fanboys with no comma, we're probably not going to have a subject right after it because we could have a fanboys with no comma if we said something like, she could go to Harvard or Yale. That would be fine, right? Yeah, that would be fine to go to Harvard or Yale. But, grammatically, that would be fine. So we could say she could go to Harvard or Yale, but we could also say she could go to Harvard or go to Yale. And in both of these cases, no comma, because this part isn't a full sentence, right? Go to Yale, not a full sentence, except, if it's something your mom yells at you, go to Yale, right? But so it's not a full sentence because there's no subject. And so these are both actually correct sentences. Um, if we threw a comma in there, it would actually be wrong because go to Yale is not a full sentence, because there's no subject. So if we want to have a subject, then we need the comma, right? We could say she could go to Harvard, comma, or she could go to Yale. And then we need our comma fanboys if we repeat that subject, because the comma fanboys needs a full sentence and she could go to Yale as a full sentence. Hopefully that makes sense.